Zillow Group down 15% this morning, obviously getting out of the iBuying business, $500 million write-down, cutting a quarter of its workforce. This is what Jim said about that home buying model in, is this right, April of 2019?
Yeah.
Take a listen to this.
Maybe Rich Barton can orchestrate a phenomenal turnaround at Zillow. I'm glad he's running things again. But I think this headlong rush into the house flipping business could prove to be very risky. And even if it works, there will absolutely be some brutal speed bumps along the way.
Yeah. Wow. Well, it turned out to be a little bit like when Andy Dufresne approaches the warden in Shawshank and says that he's obtuse. This was an obtuse move. I was early on it, thinking that this has got to be one of the dumbest things. I remember they were going to make a market in homes, kind of like the OTC or now NASDAQ. And it was ill-advised. I said, stay away. I said, don't touch this stock. I said, it could be a disaster. And,
you were
hey,
right.
You know.
You were dead right.
But I liked Wingstop, too.
Were they basing it on his estimates? Because anytime you look at his estimate, you're like, that doesn't look anything like what I think.
Exactly. They thought that they would be able to predict by using,
AI. Their AI did not function well.
Well, their avatars kerplunk.
They own thousands and thousands of homes.
Well, they've sold a lot of homes that didn't get a great price, I don't think.
No, they're down. I think they're down, average down for, 4% on.
No, they cut 25% of their workforce. And I felt that when I listened to the call, the level of arrogance that oozed through that conference call was for Zillow, for
last
Barton.
night?
Yeah, it was really kind of painful. As I felt the closing bell interview with Barton was painful. I wasn't buying what he was selling.
Here's what he said on closing bell last night.
This was a necessary decision. We just determined that being an iBuyer was too risky, too volatile, and ultimately addressed too few customers, too narrow.
So that wasn't eating enough crow for you?
No, when I first came out, what I said was it's too risky, too volatile, and too small. So, hey, better late than never? No. 25% of the workforce, billions lost. I mean, I don't know. I think that would have been a case where humility, like Mark Tritton, I don't know if people remember, but when he reported, he said, look, I screwed up. Yeah. I screwed up, it's bad. But, well, this was, I thought this was an admission that kind of was not sorrowful enough.
Right. It was.
I mean, a guy who finishes last place in the NFL is more sorrowful.
To use one of your favorite terms, it's suboptimal.
Very suboptimal.
Yeah.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.